Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order, that being the regular council meeting of Warwick Township Council of April 28th, 2025, and as always, start time at 3:30 unless otherwise stated. I'll remind everybody, disclosure of pecuniary interest or conflict of interest. Does anybody have one at this particular time, council? Seeing none, thank you. I'd like to welcome everybody who's joining us through our Warwick YouTube page. And now I'm going to do the acknowledgement of ancestral lands. We acknowledge that the Township of Warwick is located on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, as well as the many Indigenous nations in Ontario whose footsteps have marked them for centuries. We also wish to acknowledge that we are situated on Treaty 29 and Treaty 25 territories signed by Chippewa chiefs, and we offer our respect and gratitude for these lands. I'm going to go to number 5 on the agenda, council. Minutes from the previous council meeting, that being the minutes from April 7th, 2025. Any questions or comments on those minutes? If not, I would entertain a motion. Councillor Manning is making that motion, seconded by Councillor Morris. All in favor? That is carried. Thank you. And I don't believe there was any business arising from those minutes, Madam Clerk. No, very good. Thank you. Let's go to 7 on the agenda, council. Scheduled meetings and events. 7A. Anybody have any questions on 7A? Seeing none. And then there's 7B. And I think that one is pretty specific. It speaks for itself. Let's go to number 8 on the council agenda, if we could. But before I go there, I'd just like to make a statement today that this is the first council meeting that Heather Williams is now officially our clerk of the Township of Warwick. So congratulations, Heather. Heather has been doing the job since last July and has agreed to take on the responsibilities full time. So congratulations, Heather, and welcome officially to the clerk's position. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go to councillor commitment items. Does anybody have anything they wish to add to the list? August 28th. Thank you, Councillor Westgate. Anybody else? No? Very good. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to councillor items and verbal reports. I'm going to start with Councillor Jerry Westgate first. Jerry?
I have nothing today.
Thank you, sir. Councillor Morris?
Just want to thank the Public Works guys for doing an excellent job putting the gravel on. They've had the graders out constantly, and I've had no calls this year, so that's a good thing.
This is good, Councillor. Deputy Mayor Kellenberg?
Nothing today.
Councillor Manning?
Just remind everybody to get out and vote today. Other than that, I have nothing today.
Thank you, Councillor. I just have a couple things that I wanted to touch on, but basically the biggest one was the update on the East Lambton public school situation. I had the opportunity to meet in Sarnia a couple of weeks ago with the senior management team, County of Lambton. They're working still with the Board of Education on trying to resolve the after school and before school program. They feel very confident that there's something is going to come of that and that they'll have a new provider at the end of the day. Also talking to them about the need for more childcare, full-time childcare in our community. And we're working along with them on that particular item as well. And we're hoping that we can find a way of providing those services that are much needed. There's a huge waiting list for individuals waiting for childcare in our community. And as our community grows, it becomes that much more important. So we are working with the County of Lambton. County of Lambton is working with some other providers. Stephanie, I had the opportunity to meet with the Lambton County folks in Sarnia, like I say, a few weeks ago. And we'll keep everybody posted on how things are going at our next council meeting and go from there. So I just wanted to make that point. The other point I had was get out and vote, and Councillor Manning's taking care of that. So that's great. And I think I'll just leave it at that for today then. So thank you. What we'll do is we'll go on to staff items. And we have a verbal update from Trevor Jarrett, our Treasurer Deputy CAO. On correspondence from WM, which was included in the package. Trevor, you want to speak to this, please?
Sure. In response to the PRT delegation, last council meeting, we received a letter from Wayne Jenkins on behalf of WM. They just wanted clarification on a couple of points. They're very happy with the report itself and felt it was well done and representative of everything, but there's 3 specific points in there they want to talk about regarding where the situation is. One is a study on the effects of proposed expansion. The other one is on the densities of waste. And the third one is basically on the ability to overcome concerns and work together. WM just wanted this to be filed in terms of our steps. We have sent it forward to Mr. Pickfield's office and just want to make sure council was aware of it to bring everyone forward.
Thank you, Trevor. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the letter? Seeing none? All right, could I have a motion to receive and file the written correspondence attached to this particular item? Deputy Mayor Kallenberg, thank you. Seconded by Councillor Westgate. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Okay, how are we doing for time? We're a little ahead of ourselves. We do have a delegation today. I think we could probably go ahead with it, though. It's a little bit early, but I think we're talking a few minutes here. So what I'd like to do is welcome our delegation. We have Ontario Clean Water Agency with us today, and we have Carrie Tian, sorry. Please come up. We live stream our meetings, and we'll get you set up here at the microphone and give you an opportunity to get ready, and we'll go from there. So we're a pretty informal group here, Barry. So what we usually do is we turn the floor over to you, let you make your presentation, and if we have any questions, we can ask at the end if that works for you.
Awesome.
All
Yep.
right. Thank you
Perfect.
very much and welcome.
Awesome. Well, thank you, council, for having us today. For those, just a recap, Ontario Clean Water Agency, we currently treat all the wastewater facilities, and in the room with me is Sam Smith, our Senior Operations Manager, and Robin, our Business Development Manager for this area. And today we just wanted to give an update to council with the project that we have been doing at Watford Lagoon, and just share some results of what that pilot was and what we did and kind of the results of it. Next slide, please. So just as a background, we have a lot of different technology partners, innovation vendors out there that are always trying new technologies. And Sam came to me with a problem at Watford, which is the equipment is aging, the mixers are aging, and there's not that much budget there. Is there any opportunity to explore any new technologies out there that will help with the aeration kind of issue that we are seeing at Watford Lagoon? So we reached out to one of our technology vendors that we are piloting a new technology, which is called IPEX. That's the name of the company. And we piloted 2 facilities, the Watford Lagoon and Elsa Craig Wastewater Treatment Plant in North Middlesex. So we're obviously focusing on Watford Lagoon today. So let's next slide. As a background, the IPEX aeration technology, what it is it is a kind of a mixing and aeration unit that we were able to install into our lagoons that will provide mixing and a bit of aeration. So how that technology works is very simple. It has you can see in that picture, there is an influent where the wastewater from the lagoon is sucked into the unit at the top, and there is there's one that goes counterclockwise and one goes clockwise. And that motion basically allows to make a vortex, and it pulls in air from the open pipe above, and it also pushes the water downwards. So as you're kind of sucking and turning the water, you're actually pulling in oxygen. And it was a new technology, and we found a funding out there that would help to secure these units and pilot everything free of charge in the Watford Lagoon. And the reason why we wanted to pilot it at the lagoon is because Sam had brought up that, the equipment there was almost end of life, and we were trying to find a solution with all the, new technology out there that would be cost effective. So next slide. So how we did this was that unit that I showed you, we built these custom pontoon kind of floating devices, and we put these units into the aeration cells at the Watford Lagoon. They're very simple, and it was this design was really, it's a great one, because usually what we do is we have to take our boats out and we kind of have to check on everything. This was like a pontoon that we can kind of pull in and out, and it was an easy installation, and we just float them into the lagoon. lagoon. You can see even with it being on a pontoon, Sam and team has the flexibility to sort of move this pontoon around to areas within the lagoon cells if we want to mix in one area of that cell where we see more of a sludge buildup. So we replaced the current site had 4 of the tornado aerators. That was the existing units we had there, and you know, they were towards their end of life. We were trying to fix them a lot with what we could do, so we were able to take them out and replace it with 3 Vortex IPEX units. Next slide. So this is how it works. You can see the Vortex unit is on that pontoon there, and it's pulling water from below. It's pulling water from that elbow pipe that you see there. And we basically pulled the water, aerate it, mixed it, and we floated into the aeration cells, and we saw really great results. And it's a very simple system, very cost effective, and they were able to do the job better than the existing tornado units we had. So if we go to the next slide. They're also very easy to install. These pictures here is the installation. So in terms of operations and maintenance of these units, very cost effective, not like the old tornado units that we had that were always looking and sourcing for the replacement parts. This is very simple, and Sam and team were, trained on how to replace these products if needed. So it's very cost effective moving forward. Next slide. So the test results here that I wanted to share with everyone is you can see the comparison here. The most important piece of what the tornado units did was it mixed, and the mixing piece, what it really does is it provides oxygen, which is what we need in our lagoons to treat the biological demand in there, the bugs that needs the oxygen. So what we saw was that with the 3 units of the Vortex units that we put in that replaced the 4 tornado units, so 1 less unit into the cell, we actually saw an increase in oxygen, which is great to see. And we also saw a decrease in energy usage. So approximately that was around that 43,000 kilowatt hour of energy savings, which if you just take kind of roughly, a rough cost of kilowatt hour, that's roughly around that $6,800 that we were able to save. And the units were completely free because we got a grid innovation fund through the ISO to try this product. And the vendor that we worked with, because we have that partnership with various innovation vendors, we were able to bring them in and get them to, design and build these pontoons, and everything was free of cost. So not only did we reduce the amount of units now we have to service and kind of look after, but we were able to also reduce the energy usage at the plant as well. Next slide. So here's just some test results here. Over the last couple of years, we were playing around with it, trying to move it around, try to figure out where was the best place. You can see basically here, we were just doing different configurations, and ultimately we found that the units were very successful and they provided great benefits to the lagoon. So we kept them in there, and we no longer have the tornado units in the cells because the 3 Vortex units that we have replaced those 4. Next. So as I mentioned, I just wanted to kind of highlight here, these units were fully paid for by the IESO's Grid Innovation Fund. One thing that Aqua does really well is we have a lot of partnerships with key funding agency, with a lot of different innovative partners and vendors and technologies applications out there. So we were able to find the fund to purchase the units. We were able to source a vendor that would, participate in this pilot free of charge. And those units worked out to be about $120,000 that we got for free. free. And on top of that, the engineering design, and on top of the $120,000 of free units that we got, we also got energy savings from the actual facility. So all this is just to kind of showcase the work that we do, and, you know, our operations team on site highlighting kind of, you know, their challenges, and us partnering and finding those solutions free of charge to our client. So what we were able to do is address the aeration issues that we have, and we've been able to replace those kind of end of life units we were seeing in those tornado units. And then the last slide I have here is, why do we do all this? Is because part of our Aqua strategic direction, our commitment to our clients is to provide best in class service. So all of this is, we provide that partnership, we provide that service. We always seek out those funding agents to find technology solutions that help our clients free of charge. We understand budget constraints, but we also understand that what we need to do and operate at the facilities. So we really look after our clients to try to always find some solutions within the constraints that we are given to provide good solutions to be best in class. And that is really it. I can take any questions if there are.
All right, well, thank you very much for your presentation, and it's always great when we can get things done and it doesn't cost us a lot of money. So thank you to Aqua and to you for putting this together. We really do appreciate that. Does anybody have any questions on the tech? Councilor Morris?
Yeah, just, would it be possible to give Sam a call sometime to go and actually see these?
Yeah,
If he's in the area, like, I don't want him to make a special trip, but I'll maybe give him a call, and I wouldn't mind seeing it in person.
yeah, for sure. Sam's right there. Yep, we
Thank
can
you, Sam.
arrange that for sure.
All right, does anybody else have any questions? Councilor Westgate?
What's the lifespan of these things? How long will they last?
Yeah, that's a great question. The lifespan we are seeing that IPEX has had kind of projected is around the 10-15 years. But Sam is pretty comfortable with the actual unit. Oh, Sam, if you want
Yeah,
to.
please, Sam, yeah. So we'll have Sam speak to this as well. Sam, yep.
So just to, I can kind of explain the technology a little bit, and that'll kind of give you an idea of the life cycle. So what we were dealing with before was a motor, and it spun a shaft that sucked water in and blew it out. So there's a lot of moving parts. And a lot of times they'd get plugged up with rags and stuff. Part of the reason why we want to get the bar screen installed at the lagoon. This unit is actually just a pump. It's a submersible pump that is attached to with a crank on it, and you just lower it down and it sucks the water up, like Carrie said. So you're looking at the life cycle of an electric sump pump, and I believe they're 5-horse pumps, so opposed to like a 10-horse motor that was on there before. So you're looking at the life cycle of the pump. The rest of it is a plastic pontoon, PVC piping. There's no moving parts. It's water sent through and causing a vortex that goes through an open air thing. So the only thing that really, that's why she was speaking on like the maintenance and things like that, is just a pump that would have to be either rebuilt or replaced. So these things do run 24/7, but so did the tornado units as well. So it's just the length, the life cycle of a 5-horsepower submersible pump. So 10-15 years might be a little long. There'd probably be a rebuild halfway through that, but a rebuild on a 5-horsepower pump is a lot less than a rebuild or replacement on a 10-horsepower motor. So, and again, it's the only moving part. The only thing that you would ever, the only other maintenance you'd have is if somehow the pontoon sunk. And then it's, it's the plastic PVC piping, yes, it's out in the elements, but you're talking about it's like easy. It's none of it's glued. It's all threaded PVC fittings. So like say a piece did break, then you just have to unscrew it and screw it back up. So yeah, it's they're kind of unlimited life cycle on them other than the pump.
Right. Anybody else have any questions for our guests? The new technology. Well, looks like we have, our questions have been answered, and thank you very much. Again, it's great, and something like this, a solution we found like this, especially one that doesn't cost our ratepayers any money or the users any money. So thank you very much, folks. Have a safe trip home. Appreciate the presentation. Thank you. Council, can I have a motion to receive and file the written correspondence that came along with the presentation? Please, Councilor Manning is making that motion, seconded by Councilor Morris. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Council, let's go to number 11 if we could, and that's the accounts. First off, the GL report. Any questions on the GL report from anybody on council? Seeing none? Very good. What about the quarterly variance? Anybody have any questions on the quarterly variance? Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve both the GL report and the quarterly variances. Council saw fit. Councillor Westgate is making that motion, seconded by Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Let's go to number 12, we can, council, and that's a consent agenda. It's very, very late. Oh, I'm sorry, I did miss accounts payable. Thank you, Councillor Morris. Does anybody have any questions on the accounts payable? Councillor Morris.
Just one quick one, I guess, probably for Trevor. There's one in here for the waste management for about $2,600 for recycle. Can you explain to me again what we're paying for, please?
If I remember correctly, and I might want to go back get some clarity, but I believe it's for the recycling collection pickup that gets dropped off there. We have to pay for that process.
The stuff that's collected from, not the recycle bin out there,
No.
but the actual stuff.
Just the stuff that's there.
Okay, so when we bring money
Yeah.
in, money goes out.
Exactly,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Okay, and my apologies. We've got 3 under that heading this time. Usually we have only 2, but with the quarterly variances. So I would need a motion for C. I'm going to do that on its own, and that's the accounts payable. Councillor Westgate, do you have a question?
I have one more question. This Cluedo Incorporated Essential Research subscription, what is that? I haven't seen it before, I don't think.
Yeah, it's an annual fee we pay for various different surveys that we do online. So if we do a Survey Monkey or anything, it's a parent company that supports that. So we pay a subscription on an annual basis to do it.
Okay.
Follow up, Councillor, are you good?
Didn't know what it was.
They might have changed names from last year to this year. It's a service.
Very good. Anybody else have any questions? If not, I would entertain a motion for the accounts payable, a separate motion if I could, please. Councillor Morris and Councillor Westgate is seconding that. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Let's go to number 12, consent agenda. It's very, very light. There is, of course, the non-action correspondence. There's always lots of that. Did anybody have any questions on any of the non-action correspondence? There's lots of it there. No? Very good. And if not, then I would entertain a receive and file motion to deal with it. Councillor Morris is making the motion, seconded by Councillor Manning. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Now we're going to go to 13 on the agenda, reports and items requiring a motion. The first order of business is 13A. That's action correspondence. We have one item this time around. It's 04-58 and it's from the Watford Alvinson Roadway race. And it's a request of support. How does council wish to deal with that particular item? Councillor Morris?
We not have that in our annual budget, so I make a motion to approve it.
There's other things in that they're requesting as well.
Oh,
So you're
alright.
right. So they're requesting for us to do our due diligence with working with Brooke Alvinson, the roadways and such. So that's why it's in there, sir.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the request.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder? Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. And now we're going to go to 13B, and this is our multi-year accessibility plan. Anybody have any questions on 13B of the plan? It's one of those things that we have to do on a regular basis. We're mandated to do by the province. There's a good report. Nobody has any questions. It must be a really good report because there's no questions. So I would ask for a motion to approve the recommendation. Councillor Manning, seconded by Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. All in favor? That's carried. And then I want to go to 13C, and that's the 2024 Annual Accessibility Compliance Report, which is separate than the first one. And I'm looking for a motion to approve that if there's no other questions on that one as well as a recommendation. Councillor Westgate and Councillor Manning is, pardon me, Councillor Morris is seconding it. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Let's go to D if we could. And that's the fire agreement with Brooke Alvinston. Any questions on this particular piece of business? It's the same agreement we've had for about 100 years, it seems. Any questions or comments on this particular agreement? If not, I would entertain a motion. Yes, Deputy Mayor Kallenberg. In that motion? Very good. Seconded by Councillor Manning. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Let's go to E if we could. And it's the Brickyard Line Rehabilitation recommendation. And the recommendation is that Warwick Township Council approves the recommendation of Esprit Associates to award 1197,245 Ontario Limited, Servcorp Paving, the contract for Brickyard Line Rehabilitation for $716,419.27, excluding HST. How does council wish to deal with the recommendation? Deputy Mayor Kallenberg?
Just a question.
Yes,
Does this
sir.
include, Kyle sent out a thing about using a different machine? Is that included in this one or not?
This is Brickyard Line. So the other one was Burnham. So no, this is different. This is a tar and chip application again. Very good. Any other questions? Councillor Morris?
I make a motion to accept it.
You, Councillor, do we have a seconder? Councillor Manning? All in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Any new business today, council? Seeing none? Very good. So this will end the open session of our meeting, a very light agenda. I know there'll be a much heavier one, probably next meeting for sure. That's usually the way these things work out. Could I have a motion to move into camera pursuant to section 239 of the Municipal Act of 2001 to deal with the following: a matter regarding personnel matters about identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees; a matter concerning litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board; a trade secret or scientific, technical, commercial, financial, or labor relations information supplied in confidence to the municipality or local board, which is disclosed, which if disclosed could reasonably be expected to prejudice the significantly competitive position or interfere significantly with contractual or other negotiations. We have to find a way of shortening that up, Madam Clerk. A trade secret or scientific, technical, commercial, or financial information that belongs to the municipality or local board and has monetary value or potential monetary value. Can I have a motion to proceed into the in-camera? Council. Deputy Mayor Kallenberg is making the motion, seconded by Councillor Manning. All in favor? That's carried. Thank you.